What's up, y'all? I'm Shelby.
And I'm Alexa.
And this is the Shelby and Alexa podcast. Hi, guys. Another week, another episode from your girls. Oh my God, it's been, I don't even know how long since we've been in the studio.
3 weeks.
3 weeks?
You think 3 weeks? Yeah, because
Maybe-
it takes 2 weeks.
Yeah.
It took me like maybe a week to edit.
Oh, yeah, because we were kind of quick with, okay, yeah. So it's been a minute,
Right?
guys. Oh my God, but
Yeah.
don't worry, we have a lot of things in store.
No, a lot's been going on, low key.
No, yeah, it's summer. I don't
Yeah,
know.
it's
We're
summer.
busy.
I mean, Love Island's still going on, so we've
Yeah.
been tuning into that. Last time we updated you, it was about like Jeremiah and Hannah leaving the
Oh my
villa.
God, yeah.
So
So
since
long
then,
ago. That's old news.
Yeah, that's old news. So since then, like, yeah, shit's been going down on Love Island.
Yeah, we're gonna get
So
into Love Island. There's also been some updates with the Diddy case.
yes.
Diddy, his verdict was released, I feel like, this past week. So we're gonna get into that, how we feel about that.
Diddy.
Some of the things we've been seeing online around all of that, which has been crazy.
People are nuts right now.
It's so wild.
Wait, speaking of New York City, actually, I guess we'll just get into news.
Yeah, what's
Breaking news. In Brooklyn, I think this girl was getting kidnapped in broad daylight.
Oh my God, I think that
Did you
was
see that?
was that Brooklyn or Queens?
Brooklyn or Queens, a guy
I
in
saw
all
that.
white.
Yeah, that, and he got his shit rocked.
And he
Shout out to
got-
those men that fucked him
Yeah.
up. But yeah, that was so
What is
disturbing.
going on?
In broad daylight.
It's just, yeah, it's a little spooky out here, lady. Yeah, the subways are just not safe right now.
And it's messed up because a lot of people rely on the subway. It's like the cheapest form of
Exactly.
transportation. Like for, the regular person, they don't have an option just to get like an Uber or to drive themselves to work. They're still going to have to rely on the subway no matter like how unsafe it is. So just please, be vigilant. So crazy that you have to be like on deck, but unfortunately this is the world that we're living in right now. People are really
Keep
like
your
sick.
eyes open when you're sitting there. Like, make sure you watching everybody. Like, don't
Yeah.
stare too long though, but like definitely watch like your surroundings, because
Yeah, I feel like
that's
broad
so
daylight
crazy.
is like unheard of right now. Like I don't think
yeah,
it's always like at night you'll hear of things happening or like just to be cautious, but you have to be cautious for the whole day.
100%. So
Doesn't
I
matter.
seen that in the news, and that was crazy.
Yeah.
And then another thing, yeah, you want to get into Diddy?
Yeah, I don't have anything I've seen in the news. I'm trying to think.
That
Oh,
was
there's
one thing.
actually a flooding
Oh, in Texas.
in Texas at the summer camp. Rest in peace to those little girls
Rest
that
in
died.
peace.
That was really sad, but I don't know. I
So-
feel awkward just like saying different sad things that happened in the news.
Well, listen, the
No.
new. I don't know any positive things going on
Not
right
to be
now.
doom and gloom
like,
right now. We're just
no.
saying what happened.
That's so
The cabins.
crazy. It's giving Final Destination, because Final
But, like,
Destination movie just came out. And
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I don't know. I just like, not to
No.
compare because it's a tragedy, but it's just like,
You're
you
right.
just don't know. You think
Normal little
Death is
things like their
crazy.
parents sending their kids off to summer camp. Never would you
Yes.
think like, oh, my kid,
it's gonna
And-
get washed away by a flood.
And also, like, there's people that keep denying, like, climate change and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. This shit is real. Like, we have to take weather way more seriously. Even,
Yeah.
like, in New York City, we've been experiencing some, like, weird summer weather. It's been, like, rainy and cold, then it gets hot. And we're just like,
Right.
oh, whatever. And apparently, like, New York City actually has, like, a subtropical climate right now. And everyone's just like, oh, like, that's just, we're dealing with it. But, like, that's actually really alarming. Like, we're not
Yeah.
supposed to be, I don't know, dealing with fire. We had fires upstate in the fall of
Yes.
this past year. We have fires like happening in LA. These,
Mhm.
really extreme dangerous rainstorms like killing people. It's just not normal.
I was just gonna say, like, I feel like recently, like, our rainstorms, thunderstorms have been more vicious. Like, they haven't been
Yeah.
like regular rainstorms. Like, they're dark as
No.
hell,
and they're
windy as
very
hell.
short too, which is so
Yeah.
weird. It's like so like powerful and then it'll go away. It's like we're in
Yes.
Florida for real. I don't know.
Yeah. So what do we
don't
do
know.
with that? I gotta look up how to help.
You're
I'm gonna
dumb.
Put it in the bio, yo.
You're dumb.
Look
No,
at how to
honestly,
help.
it's
I
above us
try,
at that
like, I
point.
don't litter. Like, I try to, like, I don't know, my mom put me on to cutting, like, the plastic things that my Gatorade comes in, because, like, that gets wrapped around these turtles' necks and stuff. And
Yeah, like we can do our
trying to,
little
like-
efforts here
like,
and
I
there,
don't
but
know.
really it's like those bigger corporations that are the ones producing mass plastic and all of these
Yeah.
different things that, and they're also the biggest pollutants. Like it's not even us. Like
Okay, good.
it's big corporations, but keep doing your
'Cause I'm not
plastic
gonna stop
scrap it.
gardening either.
No,
putting that
yeah, but
pollution in the air.
yeah, but like also do your, reduce, reuse, recycle. Like, we should all be doing our
100%.
best sustainable living and stuff because clearly these corporations are going to
Yeah,
keep, doing their thing. So
exactly.
it's
So the
just
news,
fucked up. It's
yeah,
just fucked up.
our world, Trump has been passing some crazy bills, y'all. Like,
Oh my
do we
God,
get into
yeah.
that? Like,
I
what?
honestly haven't looked it up because I'm so like annoyed by it. But
Maybe
yeah,
we'll come back to that. I'll
yeah, I
like,
did see like there was a bunch of cuts in different
yeah,
funding.
for like healthcare and
Yeah,
stuff.
he's
Like,
just fucking up the world. People are literally gonna die from this. So I don't
what's
know.
positive? Like,
Like
what's
what?
going?
Yeah, I just.
Damn. Like, should we get into Love Island?
Well, no.
No, I'm
Let's go
crying.
into Diddy. Let's go into Diddy.
Okay.
So, here's the overview. Thank you, AI Google. Diddy was found not guilty of racketeering, conspiracy, and sex trafficking charges, but guilty of two prostitution-related counts, which was like that transportation count. Specifically, he was found guilty of transporting former girlfriends Cassie Ventura and Jane for prostitution. The judge denied Combs's bail request, and he remains in jail pending his sentencing for those, transportation charges.
Mm.
So the big charges that was like the racketeering and the sex trafficking, and basically they were saying that he was racketeering or doing racketeering through his bad boy Combs Enterprises, and they were saying that he was using like his employees and his business to promote or sustain his like little sex ring that they were trying to create, like establish through the
Mm-mm.
court or through evidence. But at the end of the day, and through like honestly, like the word of the victims, Cassie Ventura and Jane, they said that they were not forced to do the freak offs or to prostitute, and that even Cassie would set up her own freak offs with Diddy. A lot of people are saying, well, abusing her physically. There's
Yeah.
probably coercion and manipulation that led into her wanting to do the freak offs. But like to this day, in that court of law, she was pregnant with her third child. She still said that that was not the case. So I feel like people need to leave, their assumptions at the door and come into the situation with the facts of like what the victims are actually saying. And yeah, that's just how I feel about it. I feel like if they wanted to charge him with domestic violence, that's what they should have done if they want him to, go to jail or whatever.
That I
Um,
agree.
you know what I'm saying? Like that's I feel like indisputable. We all saw the video of Cassie and Diddy in the hotel, him dragging her on the floor and beating her up. We also all know
Yeah.
like domestic violence is inexcusable. But unfortunately, that was not what he was charged with. He was charged with racketeering, sex trafficking, and the transportation of prostitution.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is crazy.
Yeah, no, I agree. I definitely think he should have went in or should have been charged with like domestic violence or like an extreme version of that. But other than that, like I don't believe, yeah, if he was found not guilty for the sex trafficking, then then that's it. But I think like you could, like I said, I feel like before, like you could be freaky and have your kinks, but when you start being disrespectful and like Cassie can't leave, or like it gets to a point, or not even can't leave, like it's just like once it gets like the lines become blurred and like things get a little crisscross, like then that's when I feel like you should back off and not use your like power, like start beating on her, like if she's trying to escape, then drag her down the hallway, like that's OD, let her leave. Yeah, he should have just got charged for like domestic violence or something like that. And I still
Yeah.
don't support him. I still think he's a sicko.
He's a sick man. He's an addict. He's a sex addict. He's a drug addict. I feel like I don't think he's like this huge mastermind like Epstein has his own secret island of people.
That, yeah,
I
like
feel
I
like
think that's
I
different.
feel like people are kind
Yeah.
of getting are sensationalizing the news and what they hear about people, and just because they have like a certain idea or
Mhm.
opinion of them themselves, they kind of want to believe this to be true. But I swear to God, if this was Taylor Swift or something, you know what I'm saying, like if it was
Yeah.
like your most liked person, you really wouldn't want to hear about their
Right.
sex lives or hear their image being tainted, or I don't know, all their I don't know, it's a lot of crazy stuff happening right now with Diddy. And I feel like one thing I also definitely agree on is like I don't ever want to know about someone's sex life,
Yeah.
like without my consent. And I feel like the news was just really putting everything out there. If you're gonna condemn Diddy for having the baby oil, like maybe you should get rid of your baby oil. Like I don't know. I feel like just be and it's crazy that, he is able to rent out these prostitutes, but like that's what
Mhm.
people do. Like I know regular people who use
Clock it.
prostitutes for sex.
Yeah.
So unless you're like gonna stop doing that, unless you're gonna come clean and you're down to get arrested for that, I think everyone just needs to be quiet.
Right. I
Like I
think
said, like what sex trafficking, sorry to cut you,
no, right.
but
Go
what
ahead.
sex trafficking was being stated as is like him and Cassie were in New York, right? And then they would set a freak off in Miami with their favorite prostitute. And that was
Mhm.
called sex trafficking because what he transported, paid for Cassie and himself to go from New York to Miami and have sex for that night. That was like the sole intent of that travel
Mm.
thing. And so that is what's legally classified as sex trafficking. But I feel like we live in New York, right? A lot of
Right.
people will go to New Jersey, will go to, these really small, there's a lot of nearby states. And yeah, get a prostitute one night. You're out with your boys for the weekend, a bachelor, what is it?
Bachelor party
A
or
bachelor, I
something.
was keep saying bachelorette, a
No, I
bachelor
feel you.
party. What do you guys
Yeah.
do? You guys get escorts. Are we going to say that they don't have sex with that escort all the time? Like, let's be fucking for real. So a lot
Yeah,
of y'all need
right.
to like, just don't, what is it? Don't throw stones in a glass house kind of a thing.
Right.
And I don't like the law getting involved with people's sex lives. I think that gets weird.
Exactly. Like we didn't need to know all that. I do
No.
feel that Diddy's situation is just kind of giving, yeah, just a man in power. Like it's giving Harvey Weinstein, it's giving James Franco was,
Right.
you abusing his power and like having sex with his students on camera
And yeah, not
and
saying
doing
it's
that.
right or it's
Yeah.
like, I don't think that,
It's just a shame. It's just
I
a
don't,
shame that
I'm
these
not into
men,
it, but yeah, I don't want to know. I
P
don't know.
Diddy can get anybody. Like
And I don't, yeah, I don't.
you know how I don't know how to explain. Like he could have like Trey Songz. You can get anybody, and you over here just like locking girls in bathrooms and like using your power to like scare women to like or staying quiet and like
But something
whatever.
else that I think needs
It's
to be
just
talked about, and I
crazy.
don't want to seem like one way or the next, but I feel like this is like a really important conversation. So one, like them comparing Epstein to Diddy, I feel like that like um devalues or like messes up the impact that Epstein's case really had. Like Epstein was really
Yeah.
doing some mess up shit, like going to high schools and recruiting, having a sex ring. Like that was some planned out,
Right.
illegal,
Calculated.
calculated,
And Diddy didn't
underage
have a
shit.
sex ring
He didn't. He had sex with his
or
girlfriends, you know what
minors.
I'm saying? And he
Yeah.
paid for these women's like lives in a way. Like he really was their provider, their sugar baby, their sugar daddy or whatever. And that shit is celebrated every day on our TikTok app. Like I just feel like it's a
Literally.
lot of hypocrisy going on, and I just, if we're going to really go for women's rights and really go hard for women, I feel like we need to be honest and totally, holistic about that and not just pick certain people because we don't like them. And also, I feel like a lot of these men that are very addicted to sex or very sex driven have one been abused most of the time. Like, I want to say it's a trend. They're usually abused when they're younger or had some kind of
Yeah.
sexual abuse done to them. So I feel like we should hold space for like this, like traumatic, a cycle of trauma, like hurt people,
Mhm.
and until like we can hold, I don't know, like we can just really try to wish well for people. And that kind of goes into what I wanted to say about Love Island, but like cancel
Mhm.
culture is really really toxic and people aren't disposable. People are human beings that, fuck, like we're not perfect, we mess up really bad. We could, I'm saying, like
100%.
domestic violence, not to say like or to devalue it, but it's not uncommon. It's not like this rare thing that, only sicko people do every day. Like people go through it every day, 1 in 3 women. And like
Mhm.
the fact that it's so prevalent, I feel like it shows that we have a really sick society and we keep glossing over and wanting someone to be the villain, wanting someone to be bad, when it's like, how about we kind of all have certain, toxic behaviors in us that we allow this cycle of abuse to continue. I don't know.
Period.
That's really what I wanted to say.
Preaching
That's
today,
been in my
honey.
head and I
I'm
finally
trying to
got it
take
out in
this all in
words.
right now. Like, no,
But
that
it's
was
a
really well
lot.
said.
It's a lot. It's a lot of like
You're
things
getting to the
happening.
deeper thing. Like, people, I feel like you said, cancel culture, they just look at like the surface of things and they just want to blame and put, and like, I
Yeah.
dislike this person because of whatever. And it's just like,
That's
no,
what I've been
like,
trying to say this whole time about the
yeah.
situation. Like I don't believe in just disposing someone because they've done something really terrible to me, and that's coming from like a black woman that's been bullied and traumatically bullied my whole life about how I look, like things I do,
Period.
whatever. and I still wouldn't wish that harm on anybody. You know what I'm saying? I
Exactly.
feel like people can grow and heal, and I would want them to grow and heal so that they don't live with that hate in their heart. I don't know. But that's just how I feel about that situation. Like, we need to
Yeah.
really look at ourselves, and like I keep saying, like, women, like, why would we allow someone with all these red flags to keep hurting us? Like, why would I ever let someone
Just
pee in
for
my
a
mouth
bag. Yeah,
for, yeah, get out of here.
just
Like,
for a Rolls Royce. Like, no, it's not worth it,
how transformative, Cassie,
honestly.
would you have been? You know, I feel like in her testimony, she kept saying how she just wanted to be picked. She wanted to be his number one. She wanted to be the main girl. There's a whole song that me and Alexa bop to, Official Girl, where she's talking
Oh
about
yeah,
like
period.
wanting to be the main chick. And it's like,
Mhm.
how, you know, maybe monumental would it have been for you to say no to him one time, you know? Or maybe you
Right.
did and like it was whatever. But like, what I'm saying is like, there are times in a dynamic between a man and a woman where women have the upper hand, and instead of trying to people please and nurture and I just want him to like me, I just want to be liked, I want to be palatable, I want to be like, you know, the girl that he chooses, you know, whatever you have to do to like make yourself liked, you kind of assimilate and like dull yourself down, when maybe you should be like speaking up and saying what's really on your chest and stuff like that.
Clock it. Anytime I wanted to be picked, y'all never worked out. So
Did you
definitely
have,
take
yeah,
those
like, you know what I'm
notes.
saying?
Like
Did you have,
anytime you were
and when you were trying to be picked, did you ever do actions that like Alexa really wanted to do that benefited you, or was it always for
nothing ever
someone
benefited
else?
me. Nothing ever benefited
So
me
it's
at
just,
all.
it's messed up, and I don't
So
want us girls continuing to live life, and even men. Like, I don't want you guys dating bitches that are like that. Like, you know,
taking advantage and stuff.
you should
Yeah.
want a strong. I don't know. It's just
Yeah.
craziness going on.
No, literally. You took the words right out of my mouth. I don't really know what to say after that.
Dead. I'm
No, that
like,
was
that's
so
what to
good.
say.
I just feel like, yeah,
But
it's a
me and
little.
Alexa talk about this all the time. We
Yeah,
really
no, we
do.
do. We do. I also took a nap, y'all. So my
Yeah.
mind's. But no, what she said is 100%. I think that, yeah, it's getting a little iffy and a little rocky.
We're losing the plot.
We're losing the plot. That's the saying. That's what I wanted to say. Yeah.
Like with that Sabrina Carpenter thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what do we really want?
Yeah.
Like, do we want, I don't know.
I don't want to be thrown around. I don't want to be abused.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm not your,
been there, done
I'm not a
that.
man's
Never
best friend
again.
like that. Like, I'm not a
Yeah.
bitch. I'm not a
I'm not
bitch.
a
I'm not a dog.
bitch. I'm not a dog.
Mm.
Exactly. I can't even imagine just like, yeah. I mean, we watched what is it? Wags of Miami or something. What
Oh,
did we
yeah.
watch on Netflix? And
But yes,
all
Jules.
the girls were yeah, but all the girls were clowning on Rick Ross's baby mom, or was
Mm-hmm.
it her just an ex baby
Baby
mom, right?
mom.
Rick Ross's baby mom for doing a sex tape and then like that getting leaked and stuff and 50 Cent leaked it like I don't
Ugh,
we'll save that
yeah,
for another
Alexa's man.
conversation because that's he's ridiculous for that. But anyway,
Yeah.
and she just said in her confessional that she did it because like she was in love and you just do things that or her reasoning was yeah she was in love and whatever he wanted like she would just do it whatever made him happy kind
Yeah.
of thing and then it got leaked so
And,
that's why
and we've all been there. Like, we've
yeah
all felt that. Like,
but
I
just
just did it.
bouncing off of what you said yeah like don't stop trying to be picked like
Yeah.
know who you are and like love yourself because you would yeah I've said it in the past I probably wouldn't have dealt with what I've dealt with you know what I'm saying
And it's
if
inevitable. I feel like a lot of people feel the need to be chosen, maybe because you weren't chosen at one point in your life. But like,
right
when you feel that impulse, you feel yourself like people pleasing, like maybe like ask yourself, why am I acting like this right now? Like, what is
mhm
triggering me to want to do, like, you know, do something for someone else so bad that I'm like abandoning myself right now? Like,
exactly
just take a minute, because it's hard. Like, and I've
lock
been
back in
locked back in. I'm going through it. I'm like, you know, I'm preaching or whatever, but I go through these tests all the time, guys, and I fail
yeah
sometimes. Like, I
no
Alexa knows, we talk
me
about it.
too
Like,
100%
it's learning, but it's real
yeah
shit out there. Okay, so that's how we felt about Diddy. Now let's go
yeah
into Love Island.
now this social experiment
This social
like I can't
experiment, it's been going pretty crazy. I mean, they got to
yeah
find out what we really thought about them in these last few episodes.
yes
They were
we love
so wrong.
Amaya
Shelly thought she was liked, and so did Ace. And
yeah which I was
no,
low-key surprised because I get a lot of love for Shelly on my pages so I was surprised to see her kind of
I think it
at
was
the
after
bottom
that Huda
uh
thing, that Huda
okay
episode. Everyone
okay
was kind of like cool off Shelly, but
yeah
I don't know. I feel like it's just so much happening.
I know I'm trying to think I definitely think I think Nick and Sierra now, they were at my top. I think Nick needs to go be with Alandria. I've never seen
Oh,
that man
you really
smile
think
since
so?
then. Like, I feel like, I don't know, every time he's with Sierra, I don't see that spark anymore, but they might just be too deep into, where they're at now.
Yeah, I feel like I've
That's my,
seen people saying like like we wish we saw them or they could have had that moment like in the beginning because I think they're just too worried about like hurting
hurting.
other people's feelings and
Yeah.
they have established like too many other connections. Like Nick's best friend is Taylor.
Yeah.
Alandria and Sierra are pretty close, so like I feel like yeah, I don't know. It's very messy, and Alandria was stuck
Yeah.
on Taylor for those few episodes, just really thinking that he was gonna come back around to her.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
I do like Huda and Chris. I thought they were cute.
Yeah, I think they're
Think
cool.
they're cool. I love Amaya. I'm good off Zach.
I like Iris and Pepe.
I do. I thought
I
they were cute.
love,
Their little trauma bond. They kind of get,
yeah.
they going through the same
I like a
thing.
friend to lover slow burn. That's why I liked Nick and
Yes.
Alondra. I like a slow burn yearning, and the fact that Pepe was like, "You want to come
Yeah.
into my bed?" Like,
Ooh, I would
that's
have
what
been
I
like,
be right. Like that's
light
what I
up
be
in there.
talking about though. Like a gentleman, a
Hello, what
court.
the
Like you
hell?
see her crying and all sad. Like
Always
yeah,
checking up on her. Pepe's such a gentleman, and I think he deserved his spot too.
yes,
In the rankings.
yes.
Taylor is hilarious. He's just like, what I do?
Taylor
Like,
pisses me off. He should go.
oh, you know
I
what?
think he should go.
Yeah, Taylor needs to go, but Clark has grown on me. I like
Clark has been
Clark.
fine. I actually
I
never hated Clark.
I don't think I ever hated her. I think I just like was just kind of iffy because Alandria and
Yeah,
Taylor were together. But now I like
yeah,
Clark. They've been posting videos of her. I think she's really dope. I think
yeah. I think you would like get along.
they
Y'all
both
would be
need to.
friends.
Yeah, right. Like me and Clark would be friends.
But you know what? I don't know. I feel like things happen for a reason.
Yeah,
It sucks that he was, leading her on this whole time, but or maybe he
yeah,
wasn't leading her on, but I just feel like it's messed up that like I don't know. It is what it is. Like sometimes,
yeah,
a man can move on quicker than a girl and he found someone in that house that he just vibed with more
yeah.
and she was stuck on it and it's like I need you to stop being stuck on
Yeah,
it.
she needed to stop, honestly. But I
It's
feel
hard.
like since then there has been a lot of stuff that went down, but I feel like it's just the usual. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, well, I
Nothing
did.
crazy.
We touched on this a little bit earlier about with Diddy about cancel culture, but I did
Oh,
just want to speak
yes.
really quick about like this new drama that's been happening more so online, not really like in the actual show around Sierra. There's been like videos and photos coming forth from like her own Instagram or whatever of her basically being she was using a microaggression and she was being ignorant and prejudiced towards the Asian community in those posts. It was a video or picture of her after getting Botox, and she said the C word about her eyes, the appearance of her eyes, and people have been, saying that she needs to get kicked off the show. She used a racial slur, and just really like coming at her. I feel like even her own friends have kind of like dropped her off, dropped her,
Yeah, there
and
was.
said like I don't want to
Yeah.
I'm not going to be talking about her on Love Island. I'm not going to really be posting about her anymore. And I honestly, and this is also coming from, if you guys don't know, there was from like one of the OG casts from the season. Her name was Ulissa, but she got kicked off the show from saying the N word on a podcast. So they're saying if, Ulissa gets to get kicked off right away for saying the N word, why is Sierra still there for saying the C word when describing her eyes? Now, do you want to go first? Or
Let's
should
unpack. I was just gonna say
I went
that
first last time?
from my point of view, and I would say that she shouldn't have said it,
Mm-hmm.
like just, there's things that you just don't say. But I
Yeah.
just feel that a lot of people during that time, like back in the day, I think a lot of people have a past and have said like ignorant stuff.
Yeah.
I just feel like as long as you can take accountability and move forward and just like do better, then why like if she's not using the word now and if she's like more aware and she takes like just does better, I feel like let her move on and let her do whatever. But that's just my thing on it. Like I wouldn't
Yeah.
want someone throwing my past in my face constantly. Like
Yeah.
yeah, she just I
And
think
they're coming
yeah.
at her because I guess she said it recently too.
And in those instances, it's like, all right, you know what you're doing. But I
Right.
feel like stuff in the past, like,
And times were different. Yeah.
yeah, you know what I'm
Jokes were
saying?
different. Doesn't make it right, but it's just
Right,
the
right.
society and our temperament for those kind of jokes and stuff was way different.
I'm not excusing the behavior. Like, she
Yeah.
shouldn't have said the C word, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I feel like throwing it in her face I think it just depends on the situation. If you was out here doing something crazy, like, I don't know,
Right.
Drake out here, he did blackface, and I still listen to Drake. So
Right.
I might sound hypocritical, I'm gonna be honest, but like, I don't know.
I do kind of agree with what you're saying, and I don't know.
Like, does that make sense?
Yeah, what you're saying makes sense.
Okay, thank you.
You're saying that basically, like, if it's from a certain period of time, like if if it was from a long time ago, far removed from where you're at today, like there should be some grace given because you would
Yeah.
hope that person has evolved from that ignorant space to where they are
Love how
now,
she
right?
said that.
Okay.
Yeah, like, right?
So
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But
that's
then
what
you're
I'm saying.
right. If she said it like recently, it's like,
But
girl, why
here's
are you
my
saying it
thing.
again?
And here's where I'm gonna be like, ugh,
But Yalissa had to go.
controversial. Well, no, I don't even think
Anyway.
Ulissa had to go. This is where I
Oh,
feel when it comes to cancel culture. One, I feel like we're missing the plot. The N word is different than the C word. The C word is a descriptive term. It's a microaggression being used to describe Asian people. Is it the best word ever? No. Like, why would she ever use that? She's dumb, right? Okay. Like, I feel like we can all,
agree.
agree that that was a distasteful word for her to use. She should have never used that. She's being ignorant,
Period.
and it was a microaggression. You're dumb forever, whatever. Everyone can agree, and that's why her friends are trying to drop her and save their face.
That's what I feel like is OD.
However, her friends, I'm sure, have seen that picture before it, went viral or whatever, and were still supporting her and still were her friends. You know what I'm saying? And even if you didn't, like, whatever, I just feel like the fact that you fucked with her until this point is so weird. Like,
Yeah.
if you're really her friend, you should be there for her holistically. I keep saying holistic because that's, I don't know, like the whole, like for her whole journey. Like,
Yeah.
you shouldn't just leave someone just because they're not good or in a positive looking light for you or your life. Like,
And she
even if your
can't
friend
even
says some dumb shit, you should still be standing by them. What are you gonna say?
I was gonna say, she can't even defend herself right now. She doesn't even know
Right.
what's happening, like, she's in there, and when she comes out, she's gonna see all this, and it's like, oh, snap,
It's gonna be a lot. And I
Yeah.
and I don't know. To me, I feel like those are two different words. The N word was a word that was used to dehumanize a group of people. And it was a made up word that I don't even know, had just been used for so long to dehumanize, and that group of people changed and flipped that word and reclaimed it for their own use. And I feel like to this day it's such a huge debate because I don't really know why. I just feel like, yeah, I don't really know why it's such a huge debate. It's
Mhm.
clear to me why these words are different. However, the C word, I don't even think it's like the actual racial slur for Asian people that was used in the United States. So I feel like people are really just like losing the plot when it comes to what is a racial slur, what is racism versus a microaggression versus being prejudice. Sierra was being prejudiced and used a microaggression in that statement. Ulissa was being, I don't even think she was being racist either, but she was using a racist word on that podcast and was being prejudiced and ignorant and dumb. I don't think people should be removed from an experience for being, if they have a past. One, I think the show should have done a way better job vetting those people in the first place
Mhm.
before having this even come to light. But you
Like,
can't
do your
because people
background
are
work.
human, right? People,
Yeah.
we're not perfect. Things are different. I don't know. I don't think everyone's perfect. I really don't. And I feel
Mhm.
like this is going on a different tangent. But there's a white girl, or there's a white girl on TikTok that made a post about um people defending Sierra for using the C word. And I feel like a lot of, I don't know, rub me the wrong way because I feel like a lot of white people are using this moment to kind of deflect from their own kind of stuff that they go through, race stuff that they don't understand or whatever. And they try to be like Captain Save-A-Ho, white savior, and think, oh, well, this is my time to, jump on like the Asian bandwagon because
Yo.
they're upset and I can stick up for them and I can speak for them. The other white people don't get it. And it's like, you don't get it either. Like, you look dumb
Yo,
because
those videos are great. When I watch them,
y'all
I'm like,
really shouldn't be all
everybody,
up in arms about this. Like, I don't
just
know.
comment. It's not your. I feel like sometimes it's not the time or the place to be posting a video.
It
Just
is
leave a
not to take up
comment. Like,
space. Like, here you guys
yeah.
go again, taking up space, like for something that has nothing to do with you.
Yeah.
And I don't know, me as a black woman, I feel like I do know severity when it comes to the use of language. I also work in communications when it comes to this kind of stuff. So I feel like I just understand like certain weight on certain words and whatever. I
Mhm.
don't know. I feel like a lot of people are saying like I don't belong to that community, so I can't say X, Y, and Z. And while that is true and definitely valid, like I can't say one word. I can't speak for all the different racial
Yeah.
slurs and stuff that belong to the Asian community. I can just speak about how racial slurs have appeared in my lifetime, and racial slurs that are used against Black people. But to me, I just feel like it's a descriptive term. It doesn't hold the same weight as dehumanizing. But
Mhm.
anyway, what I was really trying to say about this whole thing about cancel culture is like we should be educating these people about why these things are so hurtful and harmful for that group, and why they are triggering, and why it does make people want you to get kicked off.
Mhm.
I don't think they should be kicked off. I feel like we need to start explaining these things more. Like, I don't know, but unfortunately I feel like the N-word, like, how many times are we gonna have to explain it to these people? Like, that's why
Yeah.
I feel like the N-word it just holds it's a different weight. It's just so annoying. I don't know,
No, I
having to
agree.
always explain that same thing. But I just feel like we should have it be like a rehabilitative kind of situation, not just like
I
take
agree.
people from the middle of the night and no one. And I feel like even the Islanders still don't know what really happened to Alyssa. Jeremiah was saying that
Yeah.
it was like family issues is what they were told. So I feel like even to that, like, why didn't you have like some like low key, even if it was a sucky ass
Have a conversation.
biased, biased DEI bias training, like, speak about it. Like, if we
Mhm.
don't speak about these things and really air them out and like get
Or educate them too on
uncomfortable.
like why you shouldn't, yeah,
Yeah, get
get
uncomfortable, like,
uncomfortable.
speak about it. Don't just like remove someone, pluck them from the island, and then they go into the real world like harboring resentment for, what I'm saying, for something that they just still don't understand. Like,
Yeah. I
that's
agree.
my kind of ideology when it comes to words and whether or not, just like racial dynamics. Like, I would rather find a bridge than burn it. I
Yeah.
would rather build a bridge than burn it between people.
Period. I
Yeah.
agree. And from my side, I just say just don't say it at all.
Yeah.
Upgrade your vocabulary and use something else. Like, why do you want
Right.
to? Why is it so? I don't know.
But I do think that Black people should claim the right to use it in music, in
Oh, well,
words.
that, yes,
You know
I
what I'm saying?
agree.
Yeah. But other
Yeah.
people, like,
But other
no.
people, like, yeah, just switch your vocab up. It's not that,
Yeah.
I don't want to say it's not that deep. It's just not that deep to, like, just switch your vocab up and,
Right.
like, just watch your mouth. You know what
Right.
I'm saying?
Right.
But it is that deep, you know? But
Yeah.
yeah, that's all I got to say on it. And cancel culture, yeah, everybody calm down. Like, I don't know. That's all I gotta say. Like, on
Alexa's
Twitter, it's like,
hilarious.
y'all be canceling people for the same shit you people do. Like, it's just
Yeah,
not
yeah.
even just for like racial stuff, just like for, just in general too. Like, people just sound crazy online. But I've been saying this because I'm
Yeah.
chronically online.
Yeah.
So
Alexa's For You
I'd be
page too is
scrolling.
crazy.
Yeah.
Like,
I sent her like 10 videos the other day, and I'm just like, this is what I get
yeah,
on
it's
my
like,
shit.
oh,
Like,
I'm
it's
like,
crazy. But
come with me
no.
to get a matcha. Like, look at
Yeah.
my Pilates move.
Yeah, hers
Yeah.
is so girly, so different. I got like the craziness. But
It's
no,
so
honestly,
funny.
that's all I got to say on that. It's just,
Yeah.
yeah, definitely
Do better.
do better, love each other, and respect, and stop being ignorant.
All right, guys. But yeah, that's really all we wanted to talk about. A lot of heavy stuff, but let's
Yes.
work together to be better. We're always going to have these kind of conversations here, so definitely leave your like thoughts in the comments. We want to hear from you.
Yes. Don't be
Um
shy.
yeah, but don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and tell all your friends.
Kra, 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 kra. Hey,
Bye.
bye.